Hi there, I'm Diane Mulligan here with Tony Carnesi. Hi Tony, how are you?
I'm good, how are you today?
Fine, thanks. We're going to talk
Awesome.
about connection today, right?
Yeah,
okay,
absolutely.
so let's talk about in connection in this market. Is it important with all the technology, the apps, all of that? How does that connection work for you?
You know, I actually think that it's even more important today. When you look at all the vehicles that we have to be able to connect and talk and communicate with people, they're great portals and they're great tools and technology. But I think that everybody has a little bit of email fatigue and they have text fatigue and some of that. And so I think connecting with people today has never been more important.
And why does connection even really matter?
Well, I think connection matters because, especially in a real estate transaction, it's one of the biggest things that you do in your life, right?
Absolutely.
And so when you're talking about how do you go get business and how do you compete out there, it's about the connection that you have with people that draws them to you and what you can do in that relationship together.
And what sets realtors apart when you're talking about connection, apart from that technology and those apps?
Well, I think that's a really good question. I think part of it is that they have an ability to connect with somebody on not just the transactional level, but on an emotional level, on a family level, and everything else. And so when you're talking about that, there's different ways to connect. And actually, my coach and I kind of talk about 5 different ways to connect, and we actually call it H5, right? And there's 5 ways to connect, and they all start with H. The first one is to connect with somebody's head. And we do that kind of daily when we're sending out numbers or stats. We're talking to people about what the market's doing and what they can expect and that kind of thing. A lot of people just connect easily there, right? The second way is to connect with somebody's heart. So when you actually can connect with somebody's heart, something that you have in common, something that you have been through together, that kind of thing, that's a real bond. And once you have that, that's something that you'll never get back, right?
Absolutely.
The third way is to connect by lending a helping hand. And that's a great one for realtors because if you have great vendors or, sprinkler companies, people are in need, they need something and they go to you as a resource. It's a great way for you to connect.
Mm-hmm.
The fourth way is humor. Everybody connects with humor. So if you can find that way appropriately to kind of connect with somebody and start to build that connection and everything, they let you in a little bit, and it's a little bit different. And then the last one is hope. In today's world, everybody's going through something, and if you've been through something similar, or you can help them have hope or help them see that hope is around the corner, especially in a real estate transaction, those are great ways to connect.
So you don't think connection is too old school for this modern age, do you?
I don't. I actually think connection's never been more important. This is a face-to-face and heart-to-heart business. And I think that the apps, the tools, all the other technology are enhancers of that. But if you don't have the connection first, none of that matters.
Well, I've enjoyed connecting with you today.
I've enjoyed connecting with you.
And we've enjoyed connecting with you, and we look forward to seeing you next week when we have our next connection with you.
Take care.